Эй, вечеринка начинается, спускайте.
Это смертельная вечеринка. Я ваш тамада. Выбирай ответ внимательней, или будет всем беда. В побеге нету смысла, но если хочешь жить, мозгами шевелись скорее, а то придется всех убить.
Если дойдем, подожди куда-то, мой куда-то, подожди куда-то, быстрый вот, быстрый вот, не поможете, так не покажу, не продолжай. Игру этого теперь ты нам не там. Есть история. Окей. Это мне Во. Окей, помогу понять. Пойдемте. Вот что нам показали. Конец. Это все не готово. То есть... Киллер. Бэнд. Чистый.
He was wearing a shirt, a blue turtleneck shirt and jeans. He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric. Has a coat, a long grey duffel coat, black pants there. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house. Sure? Yes, of course, if that would help. Will you phone the house to let me know when you want to come round? Make sure that I'm there. He has a wallet, a huge silly thing, leather, real leather, I think. He packs it full of stuff, business cards, receipts, lottery tickets. He always carries it in his back pocket. I think that's why he's got a bad back. Sets the discs. I haven't seen it, so he must have it on him. He always takes it out of his back pocket before when he comes in with his invoice. wasn't in the house. I wasn't in the house all of Friday night. After the argument, after Simon left, I left too. I was upset and I wanted to get away. So I took the car. Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van we uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked in the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look through when I get back. Yes, that would be in his wallet. It's a Visa, a silver one. He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash, but Eric convinced him to get one. Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane? Yes, that would be in his wallet. It's a Visa, a silver one.
Okay.
He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so
Visa.
My name is Hannah. H-A-N-N-A-H. It's Pamela. It reads the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work from here though, it's not quite symmetrical that well.
Common.
Sorry. Hannah Smith, I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
Hannah.
Let me see. Yes. I drove in here because I remember well I went over the river. And then there was a church there. Yeah. And I probably parked, well I remember seeing a street sign called Princess Street. There it is. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it must be this one. There.
Yum.
When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted. The streets were empty. I was driving badly. And I hit a taxi. Not a big crash, just paintwork. The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me. But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine. The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car. Okay. I parked up in the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper, but he wasn't there. I touched the kettle, it was cold. I looked quickly in the living room, nothing. I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him. Then I called Doug and Eleanor. And then I decided to come and see you. Done now?
Окей. Угу.
На стекле снег.
Так. Ладно. Того. Во.
Not drugs. I mean, he drinks, but never very much. He goes to the pub and has one or two. Sometimes we go together. He drinks wine with food, but he doesn't have any country.
Beans. No.
Diane's really nice. She helps out with the glaziers, organises the Christmas party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids. She used to look out for me when I worked there. guess you could call it that, but we were both happy to get married. It was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to Come Back and Stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it. It felt like it was just me and Simon for that moment. Just the two of us. That should eliminate me as a suspect. If I was in Glasgow, can't be in two places at once. Well, there you go. How many kids?
Money.
Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I guess The Rock. You've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen my image. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong.
Wrong.
Can you imagine? I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen. As it was so many boys, men. My body refused. I think my period stopped because hers had. I was pretty, but I mean, how could we stay the same now? Felt like Hannah had really fucked things up. Set us down separate paths. We had become different.
I did.
No one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone sang me from The Rock. The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes. I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policeman. I found the body.
Можно.
I don't know if anyone really changes. You just become more yourself. Simon was my prince, and that hasn't changed. His body didn't real. His throat. It looked like his throat had been cut. And I didn't see his glasses. There's these thick glasses.
Окей.
Really? Here's the rest. Made a body of a doctor, oh, the wind and the rain, till a fiddler with a fiddle came walking by, on the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle bow of her long hair, oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, he made a fiddle bow of her long blonde hair, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made fiddle pegs of her finger bows, oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, he made fiddle pegs from her finger bows, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle out of her breastbone, oh, the wind and rain. The sound could pierce a heart of stone, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. But the only tune that the fiddle could play was, oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, the only tune that the fiddle could play was, oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
Yay!
Anything you sing may be used as evidence against you.
Well, окей, окей. Я тебе какой-то типа каждый. Ой.